Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Heart of Chelmsford. I'm excited for today's guest, someone doing really meaningful work here in Chelmsford, opening doors for people through employment. Joining us today is Tina Farndell, Business Advisor for Steps2 Inclusive Employment project at Chelmsford College. Tina supports individuals who might otherwise struggle to find work, helping them develop skills, access opportunities, and make employment more inclusive. Tina, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Very welcome. So let's start by exploring how Steps2's came into being what it is. Tina, could you just share the story behind Steps2 Inclusive Employment and what motivated Chelmsford College to create this project?
Yes, Steps2 came about because Innovate UK we contacted Innovate UK and said to them, right, okay, we want to do something different. We want to do something that's innovative in the community, as it were, by helping people. The principal here at the college is very much on board with helping people that aren't being offered the help that they need. So we approached Innovate UK and said to them, we need some funding because we want to help demographics that aren't actually helped within the community. So those demographics are veterans, people with convictions, over 50s, and those with special needs. Also immigrants, because there are some times where they don't get the help that they need and the support they need. So by doing it in conjunction with the college, we could offer different things. We can offer short courses. We have courses which are swaps courses, which are helping people back into employment in various different sectors. We offer the English speaking courses. So for the immigrants, those that don't have the clear English that they need or the English skill that they need to apply for jobs, we offer those courses here as well. So Innovate UK said, yep, that's fabulous. That's great. We want to onboard with you. As well as helping the candidates, we can also help businesses as well, which is where my role primarily comes in because I'm the business advisor. We're trying to encourage businesses to be more inclusive. So taking on these demographics allows them to be more inclusive. We sort of offer them the support that they may need. So with somebody with convictions, there may be a few issues along the way, maybe a few bumps once they've employed somebody. People with special needs, obviously they need support. And what we're trying to do is offer businesses a service that says, we have this whole bank of candidates who are looking for work. The bank of candidates come from DWP, but also some people will come direct to us because they've just heard of us, and which is really, really good because we do different events, fairs and that sort of thing. So like the careers fairs, DWP do various events to help people be supported back into employment. So primarily that's sort of sums it up a little bit. I could waffle on for hours and hours, but I know you've got a few more questions.
No, it's a great cause, so I can imagine being passionate about
It
it.
is. Yeah,
It's nice to
it
see your
really
passion
is.
shines through as well.
I've always wanted to help people. I really have. It's just been something that's been in my heart from a very, very young age, as it were. My main career has been working in business. So for me to actually help businesses and say, what we're doing is free. And everybody goes, well, where's the catch? There is no catch. Because we're funded by Innovate UK, we can offer this service to businesses for free. We can offer the service to candidates for free. And both of them we will support just because we think that there is just such a valuable pool of people out there that do want to work. There are people out there that genuinely want to have a job.
They just need that little bit of support.
Yeah, exactly that. We have people that come to us that unfortunately don't have the opportunity to have access to the internet and to a laptop. And I know nowadays people think that that's really strange. We were talking to a lady only sort of 2 weeks ago where she lives with her parents. They won't allow her to have the internet. So she really struggles with trying to find jobs. So that is still happening now here within the community. So obviously we offered her support and said there are various places, we'll come to you, we'll meet you, we've got laptops, we will let you use our laptops, let us do it with you, because she does want to go back into work. So there are still a lot of people that don't have the support. There are people that aren't aware that the government offer websites for jobs. Oh, really? I thought you could only find a job on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And then from a business point of view, there are still businesses that think, oh, not LinkedIn, Indeed is free. It's not.
No.
So there's just there's rising costs for businesses that need to be sort of taken into consideration with national insurance contributions going up. So if we can save them money and say, look, we have 20 lorry drivers and you're looking for a lorry driver, there's all of that here, and I don't think people are aware. They think of the college, they think of just teaching students. No, we are actually here to help the community, and that's what Chelmsford College wants to promote, as well as teaching the students and helping them into employment. They want to say, look, we're actually here, we're in the heart of Chelmsford, we've been here for a long time, we want to do more.
That is really, really amazing. So was there a moment where you just realised, like, this is what we need to do? Well, you know, we want to help people that are struggling. When did it kind of just, you know, you realise?
It was set up just over 18 months ago now. Like I said, it was the college decided we needed to do something more for those that aren't represented. Then my director then came on board. He started the project. He set it all up. Then from there, my manager then obviously took on board, like going further with it. And then obviously the team has just grown within that. We now have, there's 5 of us working in the department, plus my director who oversees this, plus other things within the college. 2 of those are work coaches, so they're working closely with the candidates. So much so that sometimes you'll get the candidates will have personal issues which affect them going into employment. So our coaches are there and they're supporting them. They're working with the DWP because the DWP offer the candidates support as well. However, we're an additional support as well as their work coach within DWP. We have an admin assistant. So all of us we're all keen to actually help people. And as I said, it could be candidates that we help or businesses. We are generally here to help. We offer CPD courses, so employers can actually have a free CPD course for their HR department, which will help them take on the candidates. It's all about them learning how to be an inclusive employer without causing themselves too much stress, without actually draining the resources of the business.
Amazing. So let's just dive into yourself and the project and actually what you day to day. So as a business advisor, what are your main responsibilities with Step 2? What kind of support do you provide to the participants to help them towards the employment?
Okay, with the participants, with the candidates, so my role as the business advisor, I'm looking for employers who are willing to take on these candidates. That is in itself is proving to be a bit of a challenge because of the fact that employers, I think there's still the barriers there, if you like, in the sense of they don't understand that taking on somebody with special needs doesn't necessarily mean that it's somebody that has to have wheelchair access. Special needs is just a whole range of...
Such a wide variety.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it can be as simple as the fact that somebody has just a tiny special needs, which really doesn't affect their day-to-day working life. However, these people are really, really keen to be in employment and to work and to do the jobs. So my role here is as the business is reassuring them, look, if you want to, we will come in with the interview. We will come in once you've taken on the person. We will actually offer support. We will offer advice. And if there's anything you're stuck with as a business, we're here. Sort of 30 odd years of experience of working within businesses. We're here to support you. We're not here just to support the candidates to help find them jobs. So then from the candidates point of view, our work coaches are literally scouring all of the job sites day in, day out, and looking for jobs for the candidates. How about this one? How about this one? Then the candidates will say, well, my CV isn't up to scratch. Okay, well, let us sort your CV out for you. Okay, and then they don't realise that they have transferable skills, which will allow them to do the different jobs that we're sending to them. So it's really opening up their minds to understand that even though you have been an admin person in a business, oh, hold on a minute, you also have business skills, which is where my role came into play. I applied for this job and the job actually said, oh, we want you to have a business degree or something similar. And I looked at the job description and thought, no business degree. However, everything else on your box I can tick.
Yeah.
And I have the experience. So this is also about changing people's thought process about the fact of apply for the job because you have got those transferable skills. And sometimes they're more crucial than the degree that the company is actually asking for.
So for our listeners, what kind of businesses in Chelmsford are you looking for to help you with this? You know,
Okay.
Is there any business in particular, or is it literally just any business?
Any business really, because the fact that, as you can imagine, our candidates come mainly from DWP. There is a whole bank of various different industries there. At the moment, my key role is we're running the short courses, the SWAPS courses is what we call them.
What does that
and the
entail?
sector. That is basically a short course which actually will retrain somebody back into employment. So, for example, if somebody was previously in construction but doesn't hold a current CSCS card, we're actually offering construction courses, which is a refresher course back into up-to-date health and safety. At the end of the course, they receive their CSCS card. So I'm looking for any employee.
Through the funding, or is that?
Yes, it's actually all done through the funding for the candidates. It's totally free.
Yes, if there's anyone struggling to get back into work that was in the construction industry, they can reach out.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
Yeah.
So we do that with construction. We have a barista course, which is, as it says, it's
so many
showing people how to make coffees.
That's maybe I'll come and do that course just to learn how to make my own coffee.
So there's the construction course, there's the barista course, there's the cleaning course, where everybody says cleaning course, we all know how to clean. No, this one is sort of aimed at those that want to do the commercial cleans. So there's a study part to do with the chemicals and that sort of thing. The security course is another thing that we're doing, door security and that sort of thing as well, where at the end of the course we'll put them in touch to apply for their SIA license. Now, as much as you think security, we don't really need security. I'm not sure if everyone's aware. Are you aware that all the shops are now having security on the door? That it's on the increase in the amount of shops.
It is. You see a lot around. I'm not surprised. I'm not. But it's great.
No.
And you providing this not only helps, it's not just the businesses, is it? But it's helping the community, which is
correct.
Really fantastic.
Correct. Yes.
It's really important that people know about these things because unfortunately you can shout and scream from the rooftops about it, but people just don't. It's there. They just don't. They don't.
It's here. And as much as I say, keep repeating to people, it's free. They still look at you and say, "What's the catch?"
Yeah, I get that. I do.
Yeah, there is no catch. We are genuinely here to help candidates and businesses, just in an area that's not looked at anymore. So, and when people say, "Oh, people with convictions," I'm not sure if I could trust somebody to work for me that has a conviction. 1 in 4 people have a conviction in this country. So if you've got a speeding fine, that's classed as conviction. So again, it's so valuable in the sense of trying to help these people back into employment. And there are a lot of people that are work coaches have actually been into Chelmsford prison and have actually worked with the people in the prison and actually helped them back into employment. We also had a connection with RailSafe earlier on this year, where we did 2 courses where RailSafe were actually training those that were leaving the prison and helping them into work on the railways. absolutely fabulous. They're coming out of prison, not knowing where they're going to go, into a rail safe course, which runs for 2 weeks. At the end of the course, they end up with a really, really well paid job. How perfect is that? It's just, it is.
Amazing. So often it is the impact that really
Yes.
makes people go, wow, this is what I need to do.
Yeah.
So you've obviously just told us about the railway story of the prison, but is
Mm-hmm.
there a project that you've worked on recently where you know that you can share with our listeners of how it's helped an individual get into work and how it's benefited the business?
One sort of springs to mind at the moment. We had a young lady with special needs applied for a job at John Lewis, and there was a lot of barriers for her and for John Lewis themselves. So between us and John Lewis and helping the candidate, we helped her into employment. There was things like the fact of she didn't know what to wear every day, but because of her special needs, that was a real concern for her. So it was something we worked with John Lewis. We explained to them the situation. They came back and they said, no, that's fine. We can do this and we can do that. There you go. Lovely little success story. And she's now happy because she's working for John Lewis. John Lewis has a good worker. A happy ending.
All over, happy ending all round. Amazing.
Yeah.
So obviously we've spoken briefly about the challenges you have, and what are the bigger challenges? You know, is it mainly the employers, not so much the individuals that you're helping, or is it with the funding or employer engagement? What is the biggest challenge you're facing at the moment?
Funding's not too much of an issue because of the fact that Innovate UK are seeing that we are doing a good job. That we had the funding for a year. The second year has been approved, and we're quite positive that next year, when our funding comes up for review, that we're actually going to get 3-year funding. So that's really for us. It's quite reassuring that they see that we're actually doing a job that's done well. Definitely employer engagement. Since the project has been running, we've had a lot of people that have said, oh yes, I think your project's absolutely amazing. So I've said to them, right, okay, so come on board, be one of our inclusive employers, take our accreditation scheme, which gives you a little rubber stamp that says you're an inclusive employer, and be part of our sort of project, in the sense of when you have a vacancy come to Tina and say, hi Tina, have you got anybody that's capable of doing this job? That is my biggest challenge. We so far today, in the whole time that the project's been running, as much as we have placed people in employment with companies, they're still not coming on board and being part of the project, as it were. We have 2 companies that have decided we're going to be part of your project. It's like, yes, fabulous. We've got there. But the trouble is I think they sort of, it's probably to do with the fact that as a business, you are so wrapped up in your day-to-day running of the business. And I understand that totally. Running a business is about the fact of making money, making a profit. And so our little project in the background that's niggling them and says, please join our accreditation scheme, is not of high importance for them. But however, it raises their profile. Obviously, as the college, we publicise the fact that this employer has decided to be part of our project, part of our inclusive employment. The college is really, really big on actually pushing social media, whether it be across Facebook or whether it's LinkedIn. They're really about the fact of, as they're trying to promote the college as a business, but also as part of the community as well.
So any employers listening really needs to reach out to you really to find out. It is completely free, you know, it's benefiting them and the local community, you know, whether it's a small coffee shop that needs a new barista or a cleaning company, some help, you know, there's plenty of opportunities out there. So any
without doubt,
need to reach out to you really to find out a bit more about
without doubt,
this scheme. So let's just look a little bit forward. What kind of outcomes are you seeing so far from Steps 2, whether in terms of employment placement, skills development, participant wellbeing, or just confidence? Obviously, you mentioned about the young girl, John Lewis, is kind of shining in her new role. So I'm assuming that's probably quite a regular occurrence when you do find a suitable employer for a participant.
It is when we do actually do that match. We actually had a young lady that was looking to work in a coffee shop, funnily enough. She was actually wanting to retrain, and she's now actually working here within the college. And it's just a sheer fluke that when she passed the course, that she actually ended up working here for the college. She applied for the job because we said to her, "Oh, hold on a minute, the college has a job vacancy here, and it's in the coffee shop." And that is a genuine, she was our candidate. She came here. She ended up retraining on our barista course and then has a successful job here within the college. Confidence, I think they know that we're here to support them. So that does actually encourage them to look for work and that sort of thing, and to go for interviews. We've actually sort of attended interviews, as I said, with the young lady with John Lewis and that sort of thing. So outcomes, it is, we do actually have a board of wins, if you like, upstairs, where it actually shows all of these candidates that have gained employment through our work coaches finding jobs for them. So there are a huge number of wins. Don't ask me how many, because I didn't actually gather that.
That's fine. I won't put you on the spot.
Yeah.
So where do you see Steps2 the next few years? Are you looking to expand into other areas or new partnerships, or is there other ways that you want to
New partnerships, without a doubt, because the fact that, like I said, I want to gain these partnerships with these businesses. The cleaning company who has literally just come on board with us, she was so keen to interact with us for the swaps courses, even offering her services to help train with the courses, which is great. And also she's agreed to be one of our inclusive employers, so she's going to get the rubber stamp and everything that says she's an inclusive employer, purely and simply because of the fact that she is one of these employers that will engage with her employees. She actually makes sure that her staff enjoy the roles that they're doing by making sure that they place them together in a good union, as in, for example, okay, I think this person will work great with this person's a driver and this person's not, and that they have fun actually doing the job. So part of sort of my appeal with her was the fact that already you are looking out for your employees. You cannot ask for anything better than that. And she's then so keen because of the fact that she wants to work with the college and she wants to go into the different demographics that we support. It's just heartwarming. It really, really is. It makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. Yeah, exactly that. And I do see that I can actually encourage more employers to be part of our scheme, to come on board and actually see that there's just a bigger world out there when it comes to employment. Things like the fact of, we're happy to, if an employer says, "Oh, I've got a job that I need to advertise, have you got anybody?" "Oh no, unfortunately we haven't." "Okay, let's see how we can help you advertise your role in a way that's going to get you the right person." So even that support is there from us as well. And like I said, the CPD course, it's just about the fact of, like, some companies I know out there don't actually have a designated HR department. So they may have somebody within their company that would just need the support, would just need the retraining. And then you're not only helping the company, you're then actually helping that individual to go into the HR sector. And you never know, from that, they may then decide to do another course, not necessarily with the college, but an outside source, to improve their skills as a HR person. So you can see how it rolls on. It rolls on in the sense of, like, okay, we're trying to help the company employ people, but then we're then helping their HR department, or the person that's not HR, but will then be an official HR person. So there is just so much room for scope, in the sense of, it's a support service that is just, as you can tell, I'm just so passionate about it, in the sense that
methods that people aren't utilising.
Yes, correct. 100%. 100%.
So obviously, for our listeners, if they do want to learn more about Steps2, or they want to get involved, whether they be a participant or a business, how is best to do that?
Chelmsford College has an actual page for us, which actually is all about Steps2. They can do a link through to there. Alternatively, get in touch with me on Facebook or LinkedIn. I'm there for anybody to get in touch. That's really sort of that sort of area where we are at different fairs and different careers events and that sort of thing. So I make a lot of contact through there, but I think primarily the easiest place to do it is through either the college website. There is a link on the college website for Steps2. Go onto that link and then you'll get connected with us there, or Facebook or LinkedIn.
Amazing. So yeah, anyone that's listening that wants to be involved within Steps2, make sure you reach out to Tina, because it's a fantastic cause, I think, personally, especially helping the more vulnerable get back into work, and also helping employers find suitable candidates as well. So so thank you, Tina, so much for coming on and sharing everything with us, and for all the work that you are doing as well. It's really inspiring, especially as you say, Chelmsford College is the heart of Chelmsford. It's been absolutely amazing speaking to you. Thank you so much.
Yes, and you, Mary, thank you very much, and well done for doing the podcast. You're doing an amazing job too.
Thank you.